Frank, LeBron was talking about how San Antonio for years back in the day had played him to shoot. That was kind of the only option. They didn't want him driving downhill. And just the irony of him getting going. He won the game also in San Antonio, at San Antonio this year with threes. So what does that do for you when he gets into a rhythm like that?
Well, he's got the ultimate green light to shoot when teams sag off him or run under the pick and roll. And, he does a great job of picking his spots. And tonight it wasn't even really about that. A lot of them were with Rajon out there, and he was coming off screens or getting them on the break and things like that. But, obviously what started looking like it was going to be a close game down the stretch got blown open with his 5 straight threes. And, I think obviously, like you said, he's talked about it with regard to San Antonio and, what it was like early in his career against these guys. So, maybe he's got extra motivation or whatever, but he just knows they're going to sag off. And I learned in Indiana that if you sag off LeBron, he's going to beat you over the top. And he's doing that now.
Frank, not to totally belabor this point, but there's been such a question of like how things can get back to normal for your team and how you get back to basketball. Did this feel normal to you, or how normal did it feel relative to the last 2 games, and did any part of that surprise you?
Well, I think there's going to be, with something like this, it always comes and goes, and I felt like the start of the game did not feel normal. It was extra quiet in there, and almost like nobody really knew how to act. But I think when the flow of the game started going, and once the ball is in there in play, our guys and the coaches, we lock into what we're doing, and then it's just about competing and doing the job to go out and try to win the game. But it's certainly gonna take time, and it's always going to be different. But it did feel more normal, once the game got going.
Frank, that moment when LeBron hits that shot and it's 5th straight and everybody kind of mobbed him off the bench. I mean, do you find, we've been through such a heavy week and a half. Do you find yourself kind of treasuring those moments where you see your team having that kind of joy?
I do, and it's one of those things that's who we've been all year. You know what I mean? And that part of us is not going to change. We're gonna continue to enjoy each other and celebrate each other's accomplishments, have fun. It's part of our identity, and that was a great stretch, especially like you said, coming off the week we came off of. Good to see guys, enjoying the game the way they were.
Just to follow up on something you said, you said if you felt like it was extra quiet and it didn't seem like people didn't know how to act. Are you talking like the crowd or the team?
I think all of us. I think the whole crowd. I think our guys. I don't know if it really meant our guys. I mean, we were locked in. Once the game starts, we were just trying to get into the flow of the game. I don't know, just the energy in the building felt that way.
And then I have a basketball question. Did you talked yesterday about focusing a little bit on defense during practice because you felt like there had been some slippage? What did you think of that side of the game for you guys today?
I thought we played exceptionally well early defensively. I think once we got a lead, we took our foot off the gas and let them make a bunch of threes, let DeMar get going. In that third quarter in particular, we had a chance to break open the game, and we let them, I think, cut it back down to 13 or maybe even 10. And aside from that stretch, I thought we were exceptional on the defensive end.
Kuz led the team in rebounds again tonight. Is that something that you as a coaching staff talked to him about doing a little bit more? It seems like the last couple of games he's really been attacking the glass.
Yeah, not really. He just had a little extra pop the last few games, and it showed up, with just a mindset to play hard, in all ways out there. But in particular, it's showing up on the glass. His effort crashing the glass, coming back for boards on the defensive glass, keeping balls alive. He's certainly playing with a great deal of energy, and that personifies who we want to be. We want to be a team that plays harder than our opponent every night, and he's definitely done that the last few games.
Frank, kind of along those lines, I mean, do you sense any sort of shift with him from like a mentality of I'm supposed to go out and score to I just need to go out and play with energy or play hard, whatever that might be?
I don't think so. We still want him to score the ball. I think Kuz is a guy that plays hard. You know what I mean? It's one of the things I noticed that when I watched him on tape this summer. You know, his motor. You know, that's one of the things I loved about him. Is how hard he plays, and he fits in with who we want to be. You know, a team that plays harder than an opponent every night. So, you know, I don't think it has anything to do with scoring. Some nights he's going to get a lot of shots in the flow of the offense. Some nights he's not, but he's going to play that hard regardless.
Last game for you guys before the trade deadline. Obviously, talking about Kuz, his name has come up probably more than anybody else in your locker room. Have you guys had a conversation about mentally getting through this period for him, or is that something he's obviously been through it before?
No, we haven't. Just one of those things that it's just part of the par for the course for the NBA season. The whole NBA, knows that the trade deadline is coming up. Every team in the league, if they have an opportunity to make their team better, they're going to do so. Teams like us that are winning, I like where we're at personally, and but it's a never say never business, and obviously if there's ways to improve our team, then we'll look at that.